Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the finest topic, a poem, a character. A character which is written by William Wordsworth. So William Wordsworth was one of the founder of English Romanticism and one of its most central figures and important intellects. He is remembered as a poet of spiritual and epistemological speculation. What is the meaning of epistemological speculation? A proposition regarding the nature of reality can be possibly either true or false. And a poet concerned with a human relationship to nature and a furious advocate of using the vocabulary and speech pattern of common people in poetry. He went on a walking tour of Europe, which deepened his love for nature and his sympathy for common man. Both major themes in his poetry. Wordsworth is best known for his lyrical ballads. Lyrical ballads is one of the masterpieces which has been written collaboratively with his friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge and the Purdue, a romantic epic poem. The epic poem means a fiction, that is novel poem chronologizing the growth of poet's mind. So a character in this poem, what we are going to learn. A character by William Wordsworth speaks about moral character of segment of mankind in relation to feeling he has for indented listener. Humanity has a vast spectrum of emotions and thoughts. Our strength can provide peace and calm when bad things inevitably overwhelm us. So some bad circumstances has to be imposed, we cannot able to avoid. Okay, that was unavoidable situation. At the poets pays too much attention to them. Man has freedom but sometimes acts as thought unaware of this fact. Many call themselves virtuous when no one is truly worthy of title suggestion perfection. We can still fall in love with each other. Despite how flawed and contradictory we are, the poet is happy to be a human being. So, in this poem having the four stanzas, the first stanza of this poem we shall learn. I marvel how nature could ever find space for so many strange contrasts in one human face. There is thought and no thought, and there is paleness and bloom, and bustle and sluggishness, pleasure and gloom. In the first stanza, there is a verse of the lines which we can able to get the idea of a fairly simple. It is talking about how amazing it was that human can show such a vast variety of contradictory emotion on the face. The second stanza, which begins, there is weakness and strength, both redundant and vain. Such strength as of our affiliation and pain could pierce through a temper that's soft to disease, would be rational peace a philosopher is. The second stanza, what we have learned, we can able to begin to see a positive qualities of human characters like pride, joy, even calmness and spirits. The human character is spiritual, which means enthusiastic and energetic, is blunt and shy sometimes. There is indifference and awake alike when he fails or a success, and attention filled 10 times as much there is needs. Pride where there is no envy, there is so much of joy and mildness and both forward and cop. So, here it is begins talking about freedom and how the human character is not confident of aware, not aware of that it is there. Then it talks about how many like to call themselves virtuous. There is a freedom and sometimes a different stare of shame, scarcely seeming to know that she is there. There is a virtue. The title it surely may climb. It wants heavens knows what you be worthy of that name. Because virtuous referring to the fact that no one can really call themselves virtuous because nobody is perfect. So, the picture from the nature may seems to depart at the man would at once run away with your heart, and I for 5 centuries right gladly would be such an out, such a kind, happy creature as he. So, in the last stanza, the theme of the poem are tied into one. It is talks about how even though humankind is so incredibly flawed, we still have the ability to fall in love. In the last two lines, the speaker says that despite all this, they are happy to be a human being. So, which is emerging the characteristics value of human creature than any inhabitants in this world. That's why the writer speaks about through this poem that he was very happy that he was born like a human being in this world. Thank you.